Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Young off play action.
A check down here to Jones.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
The Panthers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
18.
Young on 3rd down. Man open, here's Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now on 2nd and 13. Young. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
6 sacks for Eric Armstead last season, his 7th with the San Francisco 49ers. As others have stepped in to help him with the pass rush, he's been able to make his presence felt in other ways with a new career high in overall tackles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Lance to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Okay, break. Double 38.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
Lance looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Young. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This will be taken at the 10. A solid stiff arm.
And he's finally shoved out all the way up at midfield.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Play action, now it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road.
How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think it is called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Oh, Young loses it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Looking to throw, Young.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 2nd and 9, Young. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Niners will take over possession here up in the 44.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
And Lance now to throw.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Let's go now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come 19. Come 19. Hurt. Trap 50. Trap 50. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the shotgun, it's Young. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because They have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Elliott saw the fewest carries of his career in 2021, but that didn't stop him from still going across 1,000 yards for the 4th time and finishing top 10 in the league in both yards and touchdowns. Another productive season from one of the league's best backs.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Warriors 70, Mustang 19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Young to throw it. This one swung out here to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now Young on 4th down. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A handoff left, McCaffrey. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina! Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance going to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Lance now on 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here's Lance to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
On play action, Young sliding out of the pocket. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young.
Again, that's Hurst.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 1st and 10, Young.
A check down here to Jones.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight. Back in 60.
Young now. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Off the play fake, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In his own end zone, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. On play action, Lance. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in it. That's being tested right here. Young to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Young. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Young. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready up.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lance back to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Lance looking to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Okay, break. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Huh. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
One last shot for Young. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each